Okay, I'm going to try to address three items on this one video. First of all, don't assume someone already knows the information you're communicating about, that they have knowledge about it, that they have experience with it. So don't assume. Second thing is terrible, terrible customer service. And the third thing, outstanding leadership. So back in the summer of 1981, I had just returned from a 2-year tour duty overseas in the United States Marine Corps. Just got back, just purchased my first car on my own, a 1980 Chevy Monte Carlo. I wish I had that car today. You can believe that, by the way. And that's me sitting on the side of it. So I go to the store that sells audio stuff for vehicles and homes. And this store is famous in San Diego. It's DOW Dow Stereo. They advertise all over the airways. And so I go to the one in Carlsbad. I walk inside. I'm looking for this auto reverse cassette recorder player for my car. And that, those of you that don't know, back in the day, if you had a cassette, you put it in there to play the music. In order to hear the other side of that cassette tape, you had to pull it out, flip it over, and stick it back in. They came out these auto reverse players, and you could just leave it in there and it would do it on its own. Outstanding technology back then. So I find one. It's a Sony, $250. That is a lot of money back then, a lot of money. So I take it to the counter. I walk up there. There's a salesperson there, and he says to me, "That's $100." I said, okay. So I break out my checkbook. I start writing it. I said, "How much is it?" He said, $100. So I start writing again, and I say, "How much is it?" And then he does this, $100, like I was an idiot. So I wrote the check for $100, gave it to him. He gave me the stereo. He said, "Your installation is scheduled for tomorrow morning at 11. I come back the following day, drive around back with the stereo to have installed in my vehicle. And they said, "We're not ready for you yet. Drive back around front." That salesperson comes out to meet me out front and says, "Hey, how you doing? Listen, I'll grab that and I'll take it in back for you while you're waiting." I give it to him, not thinking about anything. About a minute later, he comes back and says, "Hey, I messed up. It was supposed to be $250, not $100. I'm going to need another $150 from you, or we're not going to be able to install it." And so, by the way, I was ignorant to the whole entire process. I was a foster kid from New York City. I went right in the Marine Corps. My first 2 years in the Marine Corps, I was overseas. I had no clue about any of this stuff. No one ever talked to me about it. But I did stand up for myself, and I said, "No." I said, "You stamped this receipt, all sales final. Hard. You stamped it hard." He says, "Well, we're not going to be able to do anything for you." I said, "I need to speak with your manager." I thought that was the right thing to do. The manager comes out, and he says the same thing. He says, "We're going to need another $150. He messed up. We all make mistakes." I said, "No." He said, "Well, can you meet us halfway?" I said, "No." He says, "Well, we're not going to be able to put the stereo in your car." And I said, "But I have a receipt here." He says, "And I have your check." And then he rips my check up right in front of me and kind of goes like that and sprinkles it on the ground. So my immediate reaction was anger, but I controlled myself. I just left. I didn't know what to do. I went to the corner, got on a payphone, called the police, and they said, "This is a civil matter. We can't do anything for you. You might want to call the Better Business Bureau." So I called the Better Business Bureau after looking in the yellow pages for their number. I get on the phone with this gentleman, very nice. He said, "Did you speak with the manager?" I said, "I did." He said, "Did you speak with the manager's manager?" I said, "I didn't know there was a manager." So he got the information for me. He said, "I'll get the information for you." I got a telephone number. I called this gentleman up, and he was super apologetic. He was beside himself that this happened to me. He said, "Please come by tomorrow. I will be there. I will make sure that the stereo gets in your vehicle." I said, "I don't know if I trust you guys to do it at this point." He said, "I promise you I'll be there and we'll get it done for you." I come back the next day. That regional manager meets me outside and he says, "Kim, I apologize once again that this happened to you. We're going to get that stereo installed for you right now. You're the first in line." I said, well, I said, do you need me to write another check? I said, they ripped the check up. He says, don't worry about it. We're going to cover everything. And I have discharged that salesperson and that manager from the store. They're no longer employees here. So a couple of things there. First of all, I didn't know anything about that. And you would assume at this, 20 years old that I would know about this stuff, but I didn't. And the second thing is that salesperson was horrible salesperson. And his manager was even worse. They didn't even try to reason with me and try to communicate with me in a meaningful way to get me to at least give them half of the difference. And then finally, that regional manager was awesome. He did his job excellently. I mean, he was incredible. He was amazing. And in fact, I got the stereo for free, and they had a customer for life. So take care. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family. And we'll see you on the other side.